Hey there guys, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be doing two episodes. Earlier today I did, I think, a couple of episodes. I did review the Aqua Dubai by Al Haramain, the Emerald line. Hopefully you enjoyed that. And I did one more video where I talked about how I pick my perfumes. So from time to time I do these kind of videos, but today I have one right now. I have one episode where it's going to be individual review, other one's going to be a list. So the list you'll see after this. So time is around, I think, around 2 a.m. Okay, and I have a fragrance. I haven't seen any review on this one. This is a repackaged version of something from back in the time. Okay, from House of Azzaro or Azzaro. This fragrance is called Chrome Legend. Okay, so back in the days, I reviewed this two versions. I had my vintage version, which is 2016. I got this bottle, and this is one of my most favorite perfumes for summer, like overall from this house. Back in the days I rocked it a lot. So I have this one juice left. Sadly the opening is gone, a little bit off, a little bit of alcohol, but this cap was always mesmerizing. It's a cheap cap, right? So this ones cannot be found. These are vintages. This really nice looking cap could be had for smaller bottles, bigger bottles, 30, maybe 75 or something, and then 125. I think this is a big bottle. So then what happened, I don't know. Like this fragrance was very potent. Okay, and this was flanker to the original Chrome, which is this. Okay, Chrome is, I have a 200 ml. So there are some common elements between these two. We'll talk about it, but the new version I want to show you today because they released this new version, but in between they did release exact this bottle, but the cap was kind of like a tester, cheap plastic cap. I don't know why they did that. It looked very ugly. I had it, I sold it off because it was redundant having this or that. So this and that. So this one actually is on the dry down still pretty much the same fragrance. It is an ultra beast mode fragrance. Okay, Chrome Legend, like, I mean, just forget about it. It's like such a strong tonka tea musk, that kind of combination. And it's a synthetic fragrance, but very good. Okay, so back in the day, this was one of my go-to guys, like Bentley for Men Intense. This one were my very favorite. So let's see the new one, how they did, and is there any changes or different in smell. I'm wearing this fragrance in my hand. Yeah, I can definitely review this. So this is the new packaging. Nobody talks about it. I just saw it yesterday in one of our retail outlets, and I just picked it up. I said, how much is this? So is it like 50 ml? Like the box is tiny, right? The previous one, the bottle is so much bigger. So yeah, this looks smaller. So they said, no, it's 100 ml. So before it used to be 125. Now they made it 100. So robbed you of 25 ml. So back in the days, Chrome Legend could be had for $30, $35 in 2016-17 era. Times like those are not coming back. So Chrome or any Azzaro will cost you around $40, $45, depending on where you buy it from. So this one I think has a retail price if you buy $50, $55 maybe. But if you go for a tester or a discounters, so you can get this for under $40, $45. So 100 ml, not so cheap and not super expensive also. This is how the box looks. This is the new logo of Azzaro. They put it in many of the other perfumes. Like nice little blue look to it. Okay, I took some pictures outside. I'm going to use it as a thumbnail. So the bottle looks really nice. A really nice looking bottle with beautiful blue juice. And I think the old Chrome Legend, I don't remember if it was blue juice or see-through, but the bottle was blue. So compared to that, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You can feel whichever you like. I like both. This looks like a kind of like a aquarium, like a sea water, it looks like that. It's pretty cool. I like this. But this one reminds me of Davidoff Silver Shadow Altitude, if you know that one. It had this kind of like a wide bottle, very heavy base, and was discontinued, very expensive now. This looks like that, but very neat. It looks kind of like Azzaro Chrome bottles, like sort of, but it is like the square shape. Okay, so the blue juice really is mesmerizing. The cap they changed. Base looks like that with the sticker. The writing of Azzaro, I think, is engraved on the bottle. So this one would be nice if it was magnetic cap, but it's okay, no problem. This is a chrome cap. Okay, it reminds me of a cap like say Dior Usavosh, similar looking cap, but it's light, it's plastic. Okay, light, and it's not magnetic. Sprayer is okay, really good distribution. The older Chrome Legend had a very awful sprayer, sort of. Its note was not the best. So I'm wearing this fragrance here. Let me respray here just for the review. It's an initial impression because I just got it. I just wanted to make a content so people look at it. Clicks onto place. Nice. So you can say it is an affordable perfume. And this, I would categorize as a sweet, semi-sweet, semi-fresh, like a extremely of nothing. It's not an extreme of anything, but the older batches were extreme. So original Chrome, track back. Original Chrome was a top seller. This is the money maker, like Mark would say. This is like what CK1 is to CK, like, or Acqua di Gio to Armani. Chrome is there, a top seller back in the days. I think it still sells. It has a lot of flankers. If you just go on, I have done at least 8 to 10 flankers. So another one I had was Chrome United. That one also had a black tea note with musk, like more violet leaves and little less sweetness. That one has some elements with this, but Chrome Original was a floral metallic aquatic fragrance with lots of potency, and the florals are very intense. This is a love it or hate it fragrance, but Chrome gives you the soapy vibe. That's what Chrome is. It's, you can say, the good buddy to Nautica's Voyage, but Voyage is more salty. Chrome is more sweeter, floral, metallic. So what they did with Chrome Legend, this one, which was an OG. I used to follow reviewers back in the days. There are some good reviews on this. This does wonders with performance. I used to use this in winter, 8 to 10 hours plus. This is the severe performance of this. And no matter how much, you put, it just gets headache inducing, right? So 2 to 3 sprays was adequate. And I found this one to be similar performing fragrance to Bentley for Men Intense. So very intense. So main notes, as I told you, tonka beans, the tea note. There is the wicked, like I don't know how to explain this. There is this sweetness that comes from this. It's very sweet, but it remains fresh. I don't know how they achieved it. So tea, musk, the tonka beans, this is their combination with the blue notes. So it stays sweet, and the older version used to last like all day. But when they reformulated this, it became like sort of like half the performer, but still okay. So this is the fragrance, the tea note. So when you see Chrome United, it had some tea note as well. So how is this one? How did they make, I really like the way the juice color looks. It's pretty nice. It reminds me also of Givenchy's ultra ultramarine incense or something like that, right? So it is pretty intense looking juice color, but it smells a little bit different. It doesn't smell like this blue juice, like an aquatic properly. It is aquatic. It is less on your face or in your face compared to the old version. And it did some changes in the opening, a little bit more polished. It is synthetic still. Both these fragrances and Chrome, they're all synthetic fragrances, okay? They do smell like not natural. So this one, what you're gonna get is what you get from CK, Azzaro, other fragrance houses which do this kind of fragrances. They smell decent. They smell aquatic, fresh, blue, sweet, and then pleasant. But when you smell it very up close, like Perrier 360 degree, ideal example. You smell that, it's a synthetic perfume. It smells nice outdoors, but when you come very close, and you can tell it's like a little bit designer like. So basic design, like this one has that a little bit feel, but there is something from the Chrome they borrowed here, which is giving it like a little bit more aquatic than the previous versions. Okay, so this one is sweet, but also kind of like a floral aquatic, like some of the other Chrome EDP, Extreme, Perfume. If you know those, there is some element of this in there. Okay, so I like that. But on the dry down, it goes typical Chrome Legend. So there are changes. I think this is more balanced rather than this typical Tonka overload. They made it like brought down a little bit of that tonka and then made it like a more sweet floral aquatic blue scent. So this one is like Chrome and Chrome Legend mixed, and very modern fragrance and easy to wear. When I wore it, it was very hot. I mean, like, I wouldn't judge a fragrance by the heat right now, but this one performed okay, not bad. I would not say it's a beast mode. It's like a 7.5 out of 10. Decent, not bad. But the projection was good. On the high heat, it projects better. So I think it will be better suited for warmer months. Okay, so you can smell some of that. How do I say? Le Beau, right? Le Beau by Jean-Paul Gaultier gives us the tropical feel. Like, it's not tonka and coconut mix, but somehow you smell coconut, chunk of coconut. So this one is also giving me that vibe. So this is a pretty sweet, fresh, out of the shower gel sort of vibe, and that the craziness of Chrome Legend, the old one, has been toned down a little bit. So for some, it will be good news. For some, it will be a bad news. For me, I actually think if you already have the OG, you have a better fragrance, okay? In my humble opinion, because this is something wild horse, it's a wild stallion. They did not touch this, okay? And it had been like that for some time. So if you already have a vintage version of it, you don't need this, okay? because this is more of a modern take on the Chrome Legend. This is the Legend, okay? This is the true Legend. So if you cannot find that, and if you want to find the more polished version, this is something I would look at. If you don't have that many aquatics in your collection, if you don't have like more than 10-12 fragrances you like summer freshies, you can try this. More sweeter, less powdery tonka, and the tea note is there. Yeah, it's there, but there's a syntheticness that some people may not like, so keep that in mind. Okay, try this before you buy. So the soapy syntheticness can be headache inducing if you put too much, right? Overall, this new release is decent, not crazy. It was a blind buy. I really like the way the bottle looks, juice color looks, and packaging and pricing is pretty decent. For this fragrance, I'll give, compared to the OG, I'll give this a 7.5 out of 10. Check it out. Just want to create content, because this one I didn't see any review and I want to try it. Thank you so much for watching. Let's do that list. Hopefully you like it. Take care. Bye bye.